I'm going to show you how you can use Gigasheet to allow non-technical users to create custom data subsets in your Snowflake data warehouse with no SQL and no code. So let's suppose I work at an e-commerce company selling electronics, and I'm on the data team, and I need to produce some reports or dashboards or analytical outputs for different segments of the business, different business units. But those business units maybe have very particular idiosyncratic definitions. They might have all kinds of unique ways that they organize themselves and so on. And so it can be a little tricky for me to segment my customers. My big table of customers here, 100 million rows. Segment all these customers into the different segments. Of course, the leaders of those segments understand what customers should be, within their line of business. So I could ask them, I could go back and forth, but that can be a little tedious, prone to error. So instead, I'm going to use Gigasheet, and I'm going to allow those users to define their own segmentation. So here's the data in Snowflake, and I can use Gigasheet's live query functionality to open that same data here in Gigasheet. So, same fields in this kind of spreadsheet interface. Unlike Snowflake, in Gigasheet, I can interact with this entirely with point and click without writing any SQL. So let's suppose I'm now the business user. I've received this request. So I'm going to open this file up. And let's say that my line of business is in charge of United States and only customers born 1950 to 1960. And I see here I've got my birth year and I've got birth country. So I'm going to go ahead and set some filters. So I'll just use the point and click here to say we want United States. And we're going to do birth year is 1960. So I can see, I've got now down to 70,000 out of those 100 million, and I could make an extremely complicated filter with nested clauses. This could be as complicated as it needs to be, but for this illustration, we'll just use this. And so now to hand this back over to the data team, I can actually send this straight back into Snowflake to create a view within Snowflake. So I'll put in my information here, and I'll call it this customer segment USA 1950. So I'd previously typed it, autofilled. Could call it anything, And send that in. Takes just a minute or so. Now let's check back in Snowflake here. Let's open up the views and see if we've got it in here. I'll just refresh. There it is. And you can see in here, this should be only folks from USA and 1950. And this is a view, so all, if new records come in, if changes come into the underlying customer table, that original 100 million row table, this view will be automatically updated, and it'll use the filters that we defined here in Gigasheet, and the records will be pulled from that underlying table automatically. So there you go. So I created a custom segmentation in Gigasheet using point and click. I didn't have to write any SQL whatsoever, and I pushed this live view back into my Snowflake secure view. There you go.